$1,322 a month.
The truth is that it did pay my rent. It didn't go into my bank account.
And I'm having bounce checks all over the place.
She knows when she writes a check that it will bounce.
He stole many things from me.
And it has been for 6 months.
He owes me a total of $43,000.
Absolutely not.
Yes, it's very sad.
She keeps changing her mind back and forth.
He had power of attorney, only medical power of attorney.
I'm a power of attorney one day, the next day I'm not.
He's out of my life forever.
Well, may the good Lord bless us both.
I pray that the good Lord will help him.
News team taking action for you. Keeper Action News.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. And we start with a disturbing trend. The chance of losing a baby before it's born is rising for women in the Tri-Cities. The incident of fetal death keeps increasing right here.
But why? And how can you lower the risk? Well, Gina Lazar has tonight's big story.
You can just smile. You just see that camera.
Little Keegan is as healthy as can be, and his mom credits that to a smart and nutritious pregnancy.
Up my protein intake and to limit my sugar. So the doctor basically said, you know, a handful of gummy bears is okay, just don't eat the whole bag.
On top of eating right, Mary knew prenatal care was important too.
I didn't go to medical school, so I can't diagnose myself with certain things, and I trust their opinion and I trust their expertise.
Eating healthy and getting prenatal care are two of the most important factors in preventing a stillbirth. And Dr. Elton Kerr hopes expectant mothers will follow these overarching guidelines, since the Tri-Cities has a rising number of unborn babies who die after 20 weeks. In Benton County, there was a 15% increase over a 3-year span. In Franklin County, 60%.
I mean, as recent as 5 years ago, I would find maybe 1 in 7 or 8 patients would have gestational diabetes. Now we're making that diagnosis on as many as 1 in 3 patients.
Women who develop gestational diabetes are 5 times more likely to experience a fetal death. It's one of the leading causes of stillbirths. Some other causes are high blood pressure, no prenatal care, and simply genetics. So why such an increase in Franklin County? Dr. Kerr believes it's the high number of undocumented immigrants who don't seek prenatal care, an issue that is only expected to get worse as the population grows. Gina Lazara, Action News.
Now, women who are undocumented or without insurance can still get prenatal care in Franklin County. They include Lourdes Women's Health on Road 68, Tri-City Community Health on Court Street, and Miramar Health Clinic on Road 44.
A 12-year-old boy was killed by a suspected drunk driver earlier this morning in Basin City. Deputies arrested the driver of the van the boy was riding in. They say that Celerino Leon hit another car while trying to turn, which caused his van to roll on State Route 170 near High Point. Josue Cruz was thrown from the vehicle. Others were injured and flown to the hospital. We don't know their names or conditions. The 48-year-old driver was booked on multiple charges, including vehicular homicide and DUI.
Well, a group of Kennewick girls are credited with saving a woman who didn't even know her own house was on fire. The girls saw flames coming from a vent on the roof and rushed to tell the woman inside the home on Kellogg Street. She was able to get out safely and call 911.
And I did not know there was anything going on. It was all contained on the roof, and I didn't smell anything, and our smoke detector hadn't gone off.
I knocked on the door because I was scared if the lady might have got hurt. We wanted to save the day and help the woman.
And sure they did. The fire did not damage the inside of the home, but the house is still sustained about $10,000 worth of damages. They're saying it's likely a wiring issue that's to blame.
Well, the former Pasco police officer charged with murder did not get to leave the Spokane jail today. Richard Aguirre was scheduled for an appearance on rape charges in Franklin County today, but he remained in jail in Spokane County, where he's being held on murder and voyeurism charges. The 51-year-old is now scheduled to appear in court in a couple of weeks and will be brought down from Spokane for the hearing. And her former cell phone store worker is on the run after a break-in at his old workplace. Michael Belts is suspected of theft. Someone ripped off the Sprint store on Clearwater in Kennewick, and it happened to be the same store the 26-year-old was fired from. He is on the run, but if you know where he is, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers.
And good evening to you. Jay Frank, happy to be in for Storm Tracker Mike McCabe on a warm Tuesday evening. A check of those current temps, 93 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Right now sitting in the low 90s for you. Walla Walla 89 degrees in Pendleton. So once again, well above average for this time of year. And we have red flag warnings in place through Friday because of the fire danger. Warm temps, low humidity, breezy conditions at times, especially for the lower Columbia River Basin. So please honor those local burn bans. Use caution with any open flame. Now, are we going to cool off? We'll get to the 5-day planner in just a bit. For now, Terry and Annie, back to you.
Thanks so much, Jay. Richland's going to spend 6 figures to redo vegetation in Amon Basin. In 2011, the city built a sewer pipeline through Amon Creek area. They tried to minimize the impact to the wetlands, but now Richland will add more nutrient-rich soil and follow up on the area for 3 years. This will give experts a better look at how things are growing and surviving over time.
I think it's a quality of life issue. Everybody wants to live in a place that feels comfortable or enriches them in some way. And in this case, the features of this property with some of the water and the wildlife that circulates around the water makes it an appealing place.
The cost will be paid out of the wastewater utility tax.
And a stage at John Dam Plaza is currently on hold. The bids came in way over budget. Richland hoped to spend no more than $500,000, but the lowest bid was $300,000 over that. The city will now work to design a cheaper model before putting it out for bid again. Richland intended to begin construction in a matter of months.
And an elderly Oregon man was found dead near Star